Hello everybody and welcome back to Conservative Lady Talk. This is your host Emily, and today I'm going to be talking about this video that our wonderful VP-elect decided to film with her husband. And for those of you that are Hebrew or Jewish, let me tell you, this is nothing shyer than offensive. It is disgusting the way she bastardized our culture and the way she bastardized what is considered an Orthodox Jew holiday. And the holiday that we were going to be talking about today is Hanukkah, that she has completely bastardized. So what she ended up saying is that Hanukkah is about light, which yes, but no, I'll get into that in a minute. She said it's about light, that it's about liberation and freedom from oppression, and yes, but no. She's trying to not only bastardize, but modernize our culture and our religion. And I mean, I'm not saying that people can't talk about my culture because they're not of my culture or they're not of a certain religion, so they can't talk about it. You can talk about it. I just want people to make sure that they have their facts correct when it comes down to this kind of stuff. So she said it's about light, it's about fun, it's about freedom and liberation, and using the terms fun, which was used by her husband, it's just an awful way to describe a genocide and a murder, and a civil war is technically the correct word between the Jews and the Greeks, or the Hebrews and the Greeks. Yeah, calling it fun. It's great. So when she said that, the first thing that went through my mind was she's talking about it's about light. Yes, it is about light. It's known for being about light, or if you're an American student kid, you probably just know it's about 8 days of presents. That's just more, that's being pushed more and more throughout Western culture, Western Jewish culture, but I can get into that one in a minute. But it is about light in some aspects. I say that because when the whole light thing came into play, regarding the menorah, it's because they only had oil to last one night until they could get the next shipment, I guess. This is a really bad way of putting it. I will put a description about what Hanukkah really is down in the description. I'm just really butchering it, but it's still so far a better explanation than what Kamala gave us. And so they only had enough oil to last them that one night, and it needed to last 8 nights on their menorah. And by the grace of God, it did last 8 nights. That's why the menorah and the lighting of the menorah for the 8 nights is really important. I actually have my menorah right here. I have them a little out of order because this one was getting bent by being between these 2 white candles. But here we are. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th day of Hanukkah. And then this is used to light all the other ones. I can't remember the exact word for it, but it's pretty much just used to light all the other ones, which is important to do. And you always go from right to left. You never go from left to right. For you guys that might be mirrored, because it's on, I'm talking about my right, so probably your guys' left. I don't know. So that's really important. But the reason that the Jewish people give gifts on all 8 of those nights is because during those nights, they were studying the Torah, or a lot of you guys might know those books as the first 5 books of the Bible, plus the book of Maccabees, which is really important in the Jewish culture and the Hebrew culture. Sometimes those intersect, but for me, that's not so much. So yeah, so they would give, the presents to have an excuse to do that. And, same with the dreidel, they turned it almost into like a gambling game. So that way, they wouldn't be caught by the Greeks for celebrating and reading. Well, it was more about just reading the Torah at the time. And later became about celebrating. And then eventually Judah Maccabee and the brothers Maccabee decided they were sick and tired of it. And what it turned into was a war between the Jews and the Hebrews versus the Greeks. And so when I hear people like Kamala talk about, oh, it's about liberation, it's like, it's about liberation from the Greeks, because our people were oppressed. If you were really black, you'd know about oppression, but here we are. Sorry, I have a real big attitude problem right now, but I get really mad when people bastardize my culture. I don't think she would like it if I put my hair in dreads and was trying to learn how to play Rastafarian music and be like, oh yeah, hang loose, bro. Like, well, that's more Hawaiian. But you guys kind of catch my drift. Like, she would get pissed off if I wanted to speak on, you know, her culture, whatever the fuck it may be nowadays, because who knows what she is. You know, one moment she's Jamaican, next moment she's Indian, next moment she's black. And I'm gonna criticize her. I don't care if that gets me called a racist. I'm already viewed as a racist. Which to me is honestly beyond hilarious. I find it hilarious. I find it funny and amusing that people call me a racist. Because I've never once spoke bad about somebody specifically about their color. Like, if I hate you because you're an asshole. I don't hate you because you're black or you're white or you're Mexican or you're gay. Like, I give less of a fuck about your skin tone, your sexuality, you know, anything that makes you a minority in that sense as I do about your character, because I live by the MLK principle, is judge somebody by the content of their character, not the color of their skin. You know, that's how I was raised, was to not be a racist piece of shit. But here we are. But anyways, going back to what I was saying about Hanukkah, she bastardized talking about what it's about. And, you know, her husband saying it's about fun. It's only about fun more now. I use that lightly. I use that term very loosely, very lightly. Weighs as much as feathers. In this aspect is, it's just for the fact that, like, nowadays it's fun because, you know, we as Jews and Hebrews don't have to worry about not being able to celebrate our culture. Down the road we probably are going to have to. I know religion is becoming something that you're really not allowed to speak about anymore, which is unfortunate, because I remember when I was a kid, you know, everybody would want to talk about their religion, everybody would want to talk about their culture. Now nobody does, because we all live in fear of that label that we're going to get from our enemies or our neutrals or other people. So that's practically what I had to speak about today, was just about Kamala Harris's disgusting display of misunderstanding about what Hanukkah is, and her husband pretty much encouraging it. You know, and then her lighting the candle at the end of the video was just like, I get she's trying to understand other cultures. I get it, but don't speak about something that you don't know. It comes across as very ignorant, very racist. Well, not really racist, but more of anti-Semitic, I guess. This is the only time I will ever use that term and probably really mean it, because I've never met somebody who was anti-Semitic. Truly anti-Semitic, I should say. But, you know, we're kind of just in this generation where it's very easy to label people. I don't like Kamala Harris. I don't agree with her. I don't like her. I think she's racist, and I think she uses the color card as an excuse to pretty much do what she wants. And then, you know, she's a woman of color, so, you know, that holds more weight in the liberals' eyes, which, you know, to me is just stupid. But anyways, that's just what I had to talk about today, was just about her bastardization of my culture and of a holiday that I truly love and truly celebrate. If you guys would like to subscribe down below, leave a comment. Like, I hate doing this, but it seems to work for other YouTubers, so why not? You guys have any questions about Hanukkah or anything you want to share about me, go ahead. No, I'm not an Israel cuck. I actually believe in Shapiro for that. I just celebrate it because I am Hebrew and, you know, it's my culture. So thank you guys. Have a good night and have a good day. Till next time.